Guys, so you are welcome to my channel once again. This is Namens here. If this is the first time you are visiting this channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Look down this video, you see subscribe written in red. You click on it and then you click the bell beside it so you get notified when other videos get uploaded. This channel deals with UAE stuff mainly. I talk about UAE, the United Arab Emirates, the United Arab Emirates, where you have Dubai, Abu Dhabi and the others. I talk about how to make things easy for you to go there, and then when you are there, how to make your stay easier and stuff like that. So that's what the channel deals with mainly. Once in a while, I veer off the channel to do other stuff, but today is one such video that's going to deal with UAE stuff. Rich Kid, a subscriber, asked me a question on, he said I should do a video on how security guards operate in Dubai. Like I want to believe he wants to mean the UAE and the process. So by process, I think he wants to say what does one go through to become a security guard? Rich Kid, am I right? I want to believe you want to ask what one goes through to become a security guard and how working in Dubai as a security guard is like. Okay, this is what today's video is going to be about. So let's go into today's video.
Yeah, it's
okay, so guys, the process of how to get the job as a security guard is the first thing that we should look at. So you can get a job as a security guard in your home country. There are agencies that recruit, so there you usually do an interview. Representatives from the security company will come down to your home country and interview you, and then if you are selected, you go through medicals and all those things, and then a visa will be issued to you. That will be an employment visa. So you fly with that and then you get to the UAE. Once you are in the UAE, you'll be picked up from the airport and taken to the company's accommodation. And once you get to the company's accommodation, your passport will be taken away from you, and you'll be arranged for medicals, and also you go for your fingerprints will be pegged for your Emirates ID and all that. Your passport being taken away from you is a whole subject that we can talk about in another time. It's not really a big deal. You know, you go in usually with an electronic visa, so they will need your passport to be able to process the visa that they will stick in your passport. All right, so they need your passport for that, and they need your passport to also process you for medicals and Emirates ID and all those things. So your passport being taken away from you is really not a big deal, but that's subject for another day. So let's say you have gone to do your medicals, you are okay, you have gone to do your Emirates ID, your Emirates ID is in. If you are in Dubai, you write an exam that they call SIRA. There's a SIRA exam that you write. You go for training on security stuff, and then you'll be given your license, and based on that you'll be able to operate. If you were in Abu Dhabi and Ajman and Sharjah, the training is quite different. You go for what they call the National Security Institute training. It's a 1 week kind of course. So you go and do that 1 week course, you sit in a class and you will be taught security stuff, access control, types of fire, all those security stuff. You'll be taught all that. Then you write an exam on what you've been taught. Then after, you also go for another exam that they call PSBD, that Private Security Business Department or something. I'm not so sure, but the exam's name is PSBD. I heard they've changed it to ASSD nowadays or whatever, but the main thing is that you write the first exam, which is the NSI exam, and another exam, which is the licensing exam. So once you pass that, then you'll be given a license with which you can operate as a security guard. Now there's also another dimension to it. There is a physical examination. So you go for physical test. You do some running, some jumping in an enclosed area. You do some running, some jumping, some lifting of weight, some dragging of weight, all those things within a specific time. So once you pass all that, then you go for an interview. The PSBD or ASSD official, or like something like a police rep, will come to the premises of the NSI Then you go there and meet the person and get interviewed one-on-one. So if you pass that as well, then now you are a fully qualified security guard. Now if you fail the exam, you get opportunity to write the exam again. I think you write it twice or something like that. But if you fail the interview, the one you go and meet the rep from the police or PSBD one-on-one, if you fail that interview, then you are done. You cannot work as a security guard in Abu Dhabi and Ajman and I think Sharjah. Yeah, but Dubai is Syria. Dubai stuff is quite different. It's not as how do you call it? What's the word to use? It's not as maybe cumbersome or routinely arranged or something. I don't know the right word, but I want to say it's a bit easier in Dubai for the Syria exam than if you were doing it in Abu Dhabi and I think Ajman and Sharjah or so. Okay, so mainly that is it. So once you get your license as a security guard, working as a security in the UAE is I can't say it's like this or like this because it's different based on where you'll be posted to, like the location that you'll be at. Let's assume you are at a mall. Okay, if you are at a mall, your main duties will be to point people to the shops that they want to go to, and to also make sure that the equipment in the mall are working properly, that there are no parking issues and stuff like that. If you were at a school, your functions will be different. If you were at a residence, your functions will be different. It will be to grant access to those who are authorized and deny access to those who are not authorized and stuff like that. But mainly security all over the world deals with access control. You see, you make sure that you are protecting the client, the one who has hired you. You are protecting the person's property and the person's information. And access control is what does all that. So you have to make sure that the person who is accessing a particular place is authorized, and then the person who is exiting the place is also authorized to exit, and with whatever they are exiting with, they are authorized to do so. So mainly that's the work of a security guard. So I wouldn't be able to say working in Dubai as a security is like this or it's like that, but the roles differ based on the location that you'll be placed at. But it is mainly not too much of a hard work, like how do you say it? It is a bit easier, you know, and your work is defined, you know, at every place that you find yourself. Whatever you are supposed to do is defined, and you are mostly not supposed to go beyond your scope of work, because if you do so, you could be fined if any of these regulating bodies, representative from any of the regulating bodies, come around and find you doing stuff that you might not have, that may be out of your scope. So for instance, if you are at a home, you've been posted to a home, and a representative from the regulating body comes and see you washing the car of the owner of the home, that is out of your scope, you see, or watering the flowers of the owner of the home, that is out of your scope. So you could be fined for that. So work is defined. Security in UAE is so defined that you know that this is what I have to do, this is what I have to do, this is what I have to do, and this is out of my scope, that is out of my scope. Okay, but the thing is that you have to use your discretion in most of the things that you do. Discretion is key in how you conduct yourself as a security guard in the UAE. And salary too is cool, is relatively much better compared to if you were working as a security guard in Ghana. Okay, and like I always say, you know, the UAE gives most West give you accommodation and all those things. So you realize that at least it's much better doing the security job in the UAE than it is if you were doing it in Ghana. So Rich Kid, I don't know if this video answers you. If it does not, leave me a comment in the comment section. Let me see what I can also respond to it. And I hope this also serves the purpose for all my viewers, and it gives you the information that anybody might have required on how security guard or getting a job as security and working as security in the UAE is like. All right, guys. So catch you again on the next video. Thanks for watching. God bless, and catch you another time.